What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. Before we get started, you guys, quick favor, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. 3,000 subscribers are on the horizon, and I need you guys' help to get there. So we're going to start getting to rock and roll with another Miami Heat Talk adventure, you guys. It's been a great weekend for the Miami Heat. Sorry I wasn't able to post after Friday's game, you guys. This weekend was hella crazy. Doing a lot of different things. I'm going to be letting you guys in on some stuff that I got planned for you guys and for other stuff as well. So I was using this weekend to take a lot of time to get stuff prepared. But let's recap real quick, shall we? First and foremost, the Miami Heat defeat the Orlando Magic on Friday. And then yesterday against the Charlotte Hornets, Miami win again on a back-to-back. We win 2 straight games. Incredible. You know, right now the Miami Heat are sitting 23-16. We are tied for the 4th seed with Cleveland and Indiana. So it's like I said, you guys, Miami before this game were the 7th seed. We're 5th now. It's going to start fluctuating. Orlando's falling off a little bit. You know, they're 2 games down from New York with the 8th seed. So, you know, what am I saying? It's not a 3-way tie. It's a 4-way tie with New York. I mean, the standings are so crazy. You got a 4-way tie for the 4th seed, and then you got Orlando as the 8th seed, 2 games down. It's going to be like this all season long. And the fact that the Miami Heat are doing this good, with the roster like this, with the fact that we're not having a healthy Jimmy Butler, with Bam missing over a double-digit games, Tyler Hero missing double-digit games, Caleb Martin missing double-digit games. And now, unfortunately, you get Jaime Jaquez, who injures his groin again in the Charlotte game. This has just been the Heat's luck all season long. You know, it's like we've always talked about, you guys, this freaking injuries thing. You know, it just seems like it's just the Miami Heat's luck. I don't want to complain and say bad luck. That's why I love having Coach Spo. He never uses the injuries as an excuse. You always got to have guys that step up and that just take over. You know, we're seeing emergence from guys like Nikola Jovic. Duncan Robinson's breaking out of his shell. Jaime Jaquez is having a good season. You know, so this is the great thing you're seeing with this Miami Heat roster is no matter how down we are, people just come up and they help us win. It's the fact that we're tied for the 4th seed right now and the fact that we've never been injured. Never been healthy. Good Lord. But great news came in the Miami Heat game against the Charlotte Hornets yesterday, you guys. For those that saw, Pat Riley announced that Dwyane Wade's going to be getting a statue in front of the Kaseya Center. My God, that is long overdue. You know, Dwyane Wade is the greatest Miami Heat player in franchise history. You know, it started with Alonzo Mourning, but Dwyane Wade took over. I know some people will argue and say that LeBron James would be classified as the best Heat player. Hell no. LeBron won his 2, Wade won his 3. And Wade's the icon here in Miami. I don't care what anyone says. LeBron's an incredible talent. He led us to back-to-back NBA championships. But I'm sorry, none of that gets done without Dwyane Wade taking the step back and allowing LeBron James to be the man. Dwyane Wade is the greatest Miami Heat player in Heat culture history, Miami Heat history. Say what you want. That man deserves a statue on the front of the building. And I think it's long overdue. You give Wade everything he needs to have with this Miami Heat team because hopefully someday we can get Dwyane Wade in Miami Heat ownership. I don't know why the hell he's with Utah. Makes no sense. Anyways, so another thing I want to mention, you guys, Bam Adebayo, y'all. Bam Adebayo has been having this incredible run. And ever since he's come back from hip injury, you know, he hasn't slowed down. In the last 5 games, Bam Adebayo's averaging 24 points a game, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, so consistent on the field goal range. Defensively, he's shutting down. Now, look, I'm making a case for Bam Adebayo. I wish I could make a case for him as MVP. I wish I can make a case for Bam Adebayo as the Defensive Player of the Year. Bam Adebayo is definitely all NBA this year. He's proving it with not only the way he's playing, which he has shown in the past, but now his numbers. He's an all-star. He's definitely an all-star. He's definitely an all-NBA player. He's definitely an all-defensive first-team player. He's all of that. But here's the reason why Bam Adebayo I don't think is going to win those individual awards. He's having an MVP season. I don't care what anyone says. The fact that he's averaging these numbers, he's carrying the Miami Heat as the number 4 seed when Tyler Hero missed 18 games. Jimmy Butler has missed all the games that he's missed. Even with Bam Adebayo missing the games that he's missed, when he plays, he consistently shows that he's the most important player for the Miami Heat out there. Excuse me, guys, fumbling a little bit. But that's how serious I feel about this, y'all. Bam Adebayo, he's showing that he's having an MVP season. And he's showing that he's having a Defensive Player of the Year season. He's a candidate for both. But it's not with his numbers. It's what he does when he's on the floor. It's the impact that he makes for his team when he's not on the floor. The fact that his team right now is tied for the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference and has not been healthy all season long, and it's a huge difference when he's not playing, tells you how important Bam Adebayo is on this team. But the fact that he's averaging like 22 points a game, 11 rebounds, he's not averaging as high numbers as guys like Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo. So yeah, they're going to be given the nod as MVPs. But I think Bam Adebayo is definitely a candidate. Defensive Player of the Year. You're not going to give it to Bam most likely because he doesn't average 3 blocks a game, 2 steals a game. But what he does on the defensive floor is make a difference for his team. He guards positions 1 through 5. He switches. He's one of the smartest defensive players out there. But he won't get those individual accolades. But I hope the NBA recognize him as an all-NBA, all-defensive first team and an all-NBA player because he is really deserving it. Now, on to my next topic, you guys, because with the February 8th trade deadline coming around the corner, you're going to see a lot of videos in the next coming weeks about trades, trade rumors, trade requests possibly. You're going to see it from myself as well. But before you see those videos and before we get to those topics, I want to talk about this Miami Heat roster. This current roster. This current roster that we have right now. Because I've said this before in previous videos. I said it when I was doing the 4-Way Miami Heat podcast on that channel as well. And I think I have said things that real Miami Heat fans believe. And that is, I don't think that this team should make a trade. I don't think so. Now look, the buyout market, hell yeah. Go in on the buyout market. Upgrade this roster. But I don't think a trade is necessary. I understand that Kyle Lowry is 37 as our starting point guard. I understand that Caleb Martin hasn't really had a great season. I understand that these two guys have expiring contracts and Nikola Jovic has this really nice piece dangling. We have some future first round draft picks. Now look, if the opportunity comes to trade for Donovan Mitchell, fine. If you have an opportunity to trade for DeJounte Murray, where you don't have to give up Tyler Hero, fine. If you can get somebody with a similar trade that you made in 2020, like you got an Andre Iguodala and a Jay Crowder, if you can work out something like that, where you can trade a Thomas Bryant, you know, maybe a Caleb Martin, and you get like a really nice power forward next to Bam, even though I think Nikola Jovic is that piece now, still, if you can upgrade this roster with small moves, I'm okay with it. If you wanted to get a buyout player, I'm so okay with that. But to make a big trade, trading Tyler Hero, trading key pieces on this team that have already built this chemistry, I don't think it's necessary. I'm open to it, but I don't think it's necessary. And here's why. I believe that in the playoffs, that if we are fully healthy, we can take it to any team. Any team. I said this on the 4-Way Miami Heat podcast, and there's actually a short fluttering out there with me and Amir, the host of Team to Beat Miami Heat, where I break down exactly why I felt that the Heat lost the NBA Finals to the Denver Nuggets. It wasn't because Denver was way better than us. I don't believe that for a second. It's because we played a Denver team that had 9 games off after they swept the Lakers because the Heat messed around and lost a 3-0 lead and got taken to 7 games by an incredibly talented Boston Celtics team with a Joe Mazzulla coach. Miami goes 7 games. They win Game 7 in Boston. from Boston. They fly to Denver with that high altitude crap. Caleb Martin suffering from migraines. Bam Adebayo has that shoulder injury. Jimmy Butler's ankle is flaring up. We didn't have a shot. Tyler Hero would have been a great piece for us against the Nuggets. Had Tyler Hero had come back from that broken hand injury, had Tyler Hero been 100%, I think we could have won one of those games in Miami. Tyler Hero could have broken out and had a great offensive game. Because remember, guys, when you're playing in a playoff series, it just takes one game. It takes a guy to step up and have one great game. You saw it in Denver. It wasn't the Joker killing us in every game. It was Christian Brown having a great game off the bench. Then Bruce Brown having a great game off the bench. Then, oh my goodness, guys, I'm fumbling with names. Not just Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon had some incredible games as well. They just had us, you guys. We were gassed and we were beat. Now, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that this team fully healthy, I feel that we can do it, because look how far we got last season without Tyler Hero, without Victor Oladipo. Now you have a roster this season that I feel is better. But let's break it down, shall we? Let's talk about some teams in the West, because you have the obvious teams that I feel they're going to give Miami the toughest challenge. Denver, Minnesota. Two teams that have size, that rebound the hell out of that ball, and have incredible backup talents, guys like Anthony Edwards and Jamal Murray. So those are the toughest teams for me that it's going to be toughest to beat. But then you got teams like the Clippers, you got the Thunder, you got the Suns. Forget the Suns. Move on from the Suns. And then you got the Mavericks as well. You got a lot of teams out there in the West that are going to cause issues for the Heat. But I feel that with this team, Tyler Hero healthy, Jimmy Butler healthy, playing the way that he does. And I understand people have made arguments. What if Jimmy's not going to have it this year? I don't believe it. I've seen Jimmy in certain stretches in the season. He's got it. He's ready to go. Bam Adebayo has upgraded. I think Bam Adebayo is much better this season. Jaime Jaquez is out, y'all. Nikola Jovic can do some damage. Kevin Love can give you a great game. Kyle Lowry can give you a great game as well. So can Josh Richardson. Duncan Robinson is breaking out of his shell. You also got Haywood Highsmith, one of the best perimeter defenders, in my opinion, in the NBA. Caleb Martin still hasn't shown you what he can actually do. Guys, this team is loaded. This team is deep. And the fact that we haven't been healthy at all, and we're still one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, with our record showing that to be the case, tells me that this team, currently construed, can do it. I believe in this Heat roster. I'm not acting as a biased fan. I'm being honest. Because of the fact that the Miami Heat were 3 wins away from a 2023 NBA championship, with an injured Jimmy Butler, with an injured Bam Adebayo, with Tyler Hero not playing, with a bench and role players who were mainly undrafted players. Come on, y'all. You can't tell me that fully healthy, with Eric Spoelstra as the coach, that this team cannot win an NBA championship this year. I believe, and I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you believe that this current roster, with possible upgrades in the buyout market or a tiny trade, can actually win the 2024 NBA championship? Let's talk about this roster currently right now before we move on to other topics. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let me know how proud you are that Dwyane Wade is getting his statue out front of the Miami Heat Kaseya Center. Also, do you guys feel that Bam Adebayo is an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year candidate, or do you feel he's both, like I do? Let me know in the comments what you think, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said.